Love at first request, you had me at accept. Gotta come correct if I'm gonna be direct. You may and I may at the same time, baby, more or less. I'm speaking from Kevin's heart, I say it with my chest, you something different. I won't say I'm in love with you, it's a similar feeling. I'm down to make this shit a thing if you're ready and willing. Let's skip the chillin', let's get married, have gender revealings. I'm talking loads of children, you feel it? Can we?
Channel. Today I'm gonna be showing you guys I'm showing you my foundation routine. If you watch my channel, you know that I've been complaining about my skin, and the bumps on my face is finally going away, but they left black marks. So I had to like learn how to fix the problem that was going on. So I show you guys how to apply your foundation, how I apply my foundation with the hyperpigmentation that I got all over my cheek. I also showed you guys this hair. This is the same hair I had in my previous video. This is Klaiyi hair. They're 24-inch jerry curly wig. So I just like styled it in the video and show you how I refresh the curls. Listen, I really be abusing my hair and it just be looking crazy. So I just fixed it in the video and then I showed you guys how I did my foundation routine. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you do, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get right into this video. Oh, I almost forgot. I will have my post notifications on the screen. Thank you guys so much for being first to my last video. I appreciate y'all so much. You guys are always like, your notifications are always on, and I appreciate that so much. And right now I want to pop up the winner for my giveaway, because I did have a giveaway last week for one of my bonnets, and this is the winner. Congratulations. I will message you, or if you see your name, if I didn't DM you on Instagram, I probably did. Make sure you respond. If you don't respond in 24 hours, I will have to pick the next person. Right. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. Thank you for following me. I appreciate you so much, and let's get right into this video.
Alright, so I'm gonna be starting off by putting this small towel on my shoulder. This is so unnecessary, but I'm very dramatic, so bear with me. I'm gonna take my hair down because I normally just be abusing my hair, and this is how it looks. It looks crazy and big, but we're gonna tame it, okay? So yeah, looking like this. I'm going to section it into 2 sections, so this will make the process way easier than trying to brush through this big hair. And once you have that section out of the way, we're going to deal with this side. So I'm going to section this into smaller sections just to make it my life way easier. And put that out of the way. Now I'm going to go in with my wide tooth comb and start combing from the bottom, just like I would with my natural hair. You want to do this just so you're not ripping the hair out and then you think like, oh, this hair is trash, and the whole time it's not trash, it's just the technique is off. You're gonna dampen it with a little bit of water. Well, not even dampen, you want to spritz it a little bit, just like you would moisturize your natural hair. Brush that in. I'm using my Denman brush. And if you can see, the hair is not soaked at all because we don't want it to be soaked. We want it to be able to dry quickly. So I'm going in with my Paul Mitchell's Extra Body Mousse. I normally use my Erica J Styling Foam, but this one was right in my face, so I'm using this today. And I'm using a lot of this. Keep in mind, mousse dries faster than water. This is why I like using mousse. I'm going to use this to style and clump the curls together, and you can always go back in and add a little more if it's not to your liking.
I don't want to sound like I'm gassing you, but you got me on some stupid shit. That's what you got me on timing. I'm sweating you for real, and I don't care who knows about you.
And you can see it looks good just by hand, but I wanted to add a little bit more to the ends and use my brush to style it. If you don't have a brush, it's perfectly fine. You see, your hands do a perfect job. That's perfectly fine. But I'm just going in with the brush just to clump the curls a little bit more and smooth it out and scrunch. Scrunching will give you that ringlet at the end. So make sure you scrunch if you're going for that look. And then you're going to move on to the other sections. I'm going to play some music because this is very self-explanatory. If you want to see the slowed down version again, just go back to the start and watch what I did again. But I'm going to fast forward this so you're not sitting through this process.
Can we skip to the part where we're in love and I know it won't pull up on me and do the things that couples do?
I don't have no more small talk left in me. I just wanna be your man. I just wanna be your man.
You know I don't mind sweating you. Call me impatient, but I want you now. Cause FaceTime isn't enough. Oh, you got a nigga that's tough. He gon' have to hold it down. Cause I wanna vibe with you. Can we skip to the part where we're in love? And I know you wanna pull up on me and do the things that lovers do. And I don't have no more small talk left in me. No.
Alright, and now that we're done, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side off camera. I just wanted to get a thumbnail, that's why I'm posing like this. You see the difference? Like, this is so much better. But I also do recommend when you wet your hair, put some leave-in conditioner before you put the mousse, and that's gonna make the moisture last for like 3 days. That's how much shedding I got, by the way. And now we're gonna some things with my hormones, and it be messing up my skin. So this is how my face looks. I'm not complaining as long as it's not too much bumps. I really don't mind it, to be honest, because I'm just pointing out the areas that we're gonna color correct because it's discolored. But I still love myself, so love yourself. Don't be mad, don't be angry if your skin is like acting out. I feel like we all go through it because my skin was so good last year and now it's acting crazy. I'm gonna go in first with my Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and this is just gonna give me a sticky, tacky layer. I use 2 primers, by the way, but I'm just using 1.5 pumps of the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and I'm gonna put that all over my face.
Whatever you like, babe. I know you love it if we run away. Run away. I won't lie, baby. I know it takes time, and I don't mind, but I need mine, baby. Couple shots in, know you little wavy. Got your ex nigga.
Alright, now I'm gonna go in with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and I'm gonna put that everywhere. And what this is gonna do is gonna help my skin from sweating. It's gonna give me a nice matte look because I've really been loving a mattified makeup look recently. So this is gonna help my base be mattified, and the Hydro Grip is gonna help the makeup to grip to my skin.
Don't you front, don't you front. Let's get together, baby, and run away. I know it sounds crazy if we run away. Just you and me against the world, whatever you like, baby. I know you love it if we run away.
And once you rub that in, we're gonna go ahead and use our corrector. This is the Ella Girl Orange Corrector, but this is way too orange for my brown skin, so I'm gonna mix this with some concealer, and what that is gonna do is gonna tone down this orange so everything is gonna make sense. Once you mix that at the back of your hand, we are going to start placing it everywhere that we see dark spots. I put it under my eyes. My eyes don't have too much dark spots, but I feel like this makes my my concealer look way more flawless. So I do that, and I put it all over where I have hyperpigmentation. And then once I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and use my NARS Radiant Foundation. This is one of my favorite foundations. It literally makes your skin look flawless. I'm going to use only 1 pump today just because I don't want a heavy look. I want a more natural makeup look. And you can already see that the Color Correct covered most of the dark areas. So this is just going to give you a flawless base. I put it everywhere that I put the orange corrector. I didn't put it on unnecessary spots of my face because I'm going to buff it out with my beauty blender. I like using a beauty blender when I want to do a more natural makeup because the beauty blender does pick up some of the product, making it be more skin-like. And I sprayed it with my setting spray just because it was a little bit dry because it was sitting there for a while. I'm putting some of that setting spray on my hand just so it's not too wet, and I'm going to buff out around the edges of the foundation. And once I buff out the edges, then I go into the foundation just so that it's drying down a little bit, but it's not too dry, if that makes sense.
Baby, I can do times two. Oh, I will do right by you. Yeah. Anything you can do, baby, I can do times two. Yeah. I will fight for your love like Ryu. Anything you do, I can do times two. No, you can fight, so I won't fight you. I will tell the truth, no, I won't lie you. I will do right by you.
Now I'm gonna go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick in the color Earth. I'm gonna use this to contour. I'm contouring before I do my concealer just because it gives me more warm tone look, and I really love that.
Work so hard, no giving up. Only one life, we gon' live it up. Yeah. And I'ma give you the best of me. Oh no, baby girl, you best believe. Pretty girl.
I contour my nose. I put little dots just so it's not like a streak. I don't know why I do this. I seen Princess Reese do this last year, and I just kept doing it. So I'm going to use the back of the beauty blender to blend that out, and this is just going to give you a more airbrush effect.
Anything you can do, baby, I can do times two. Yeah. I will fight for your love like Ryu. Anything you do, I can do times two. No, you can fight, so I won't fight you. I will tell the truth, no, I won't lie you. I will do right by you. Yeah. Anything you can do, baby, I can do times two.
And I'm going to use a brush to blend out my nose just because the beauty blender is a little bit too big and I don't want my nose looking muddy. I want it to be precise, and a brush gives me that precision that I'm looking for.
Everyone knows that I mess around.
Yeah.
And I noticed that I was seeing a little bit of the hyperpigmentation through the foundation, so I just went back on top of it just with a little bit more foundation, and I buffed it out with my beauty blender.
Figure it out, you know. I'm just hoping that they hear me. I'm just hoping that they feel me. Yeah.
I'm always out of town, but don't think that don't mean that we can't figure it out.
And now I'm going to go with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in Fawn, and this is going to be my first base to my concealer.
Sound like I'm gassing you, but you got me on some stupid shit. That's what you got me on timing. I'm sweating you for real, and I don't care who knows. I want you, but maybe too much. And I don't wanna like no more pictures on your page. Girl, let's be real. Can we skip to the part where we're in loving? I know it won't. Pull up on me and do the things that couples do. I don't have no more small talk left in me. I just wanna be your man. I just wanna be your man.
Love at first request, you had me at accept. Gotta come correct if I'm gonna be direct. You better not be at the same time.
Tarte Shape Tape in the color Tan Sand, and this is going to be the highlight shade. So I'm putting that on top of my first concealer, and this is just going to bring attention to those areas because it's like the light areas of the face. And just blend that out just so it's going to have an easy transition and it's not going to be too like patchy or anything.
Up on me and do the things that couples do. I don't have no more small talk left in me.
Once you do that, we're gonna blend out the first concealer, which is the LA Girl concealer. Just blend it out all over the face and then start going inwards, buffing the eyes.
Sweating, you call me impatient, but I want you now. Cause FaceTime isn't enough. Oh, you got a nigga that's tough. He gon' have to hold it down. Cause I wanna vibe with you. Can we skip to the part where we're in love? And I know you wanna pull up on me and do the things that lovers do. And I don't have no more small talk left in me. No, I just wanna be a man.
You say you want like work, cause don't nobody like work. Ooh, said you wanna feel like it's your birthday all day. You said you wanna feel like
Sasha Buttercup setting powder, my favorite. I'm gonna use my beauty blender to set my under eyes. So I'm just going in with the beauty blender first, just to make sure that there's no creasing. And then I'm going to use the beauty blender and put it right in the Sasha Buttercup. And then blow off the excess just so it isn't like a thick amount of powder you're putting under your eyes. I'm going to set my under eyes and all over all the areas that I added my concealer.
no distractions cause our phones are off. A little bit of privacy, put you in the driver's seat. Tonight is your night, baby. Said you wanna feel like it's your birthday all day. You said you wanna feel like it's your birthday all day. Said you wanna feel like it's your birthday all day. Said you wanna feel like it's your birthday all day. How would you like?
Sephora Micro Smooth Powder. I'm going to set everywhere that my foundation wasn't set.
What you wanna do? I'ma make you my lover. Never give you no drama. I'ma give you peace of mind, peace of mind.
And just wipe off the cheekbone area. I'm going to my True Complexion contour palette, and I'm using the middle shade to darken up my contour and set my contour.
So you wanna like what? Like what? Cause don't nobody like what?
And just dust off the extra Sasha Buttercup powder. I'm using my Juvia's Place Magic Mini Palette. And those two orange shades, I'm going to use it as a blush.
You know I got love for you. Down to dust for you. Over and above for you. I can never get enough for you. I'm the way you're ready, baby. You can come and get it, baby. Time if you like.
Morphe setting spray. I'm going to set my face, and this is going to have everything locked into place. And that's literally it. That's all I do. I did go ahead and add my Wet n Wild highlight. I do this sometimes, not all the time, but I just figured I should show you guys because I did use it this day. And I'm just lightly going to put it on my cheeks. All the brushes that I have are from Real Techniques and BH Cosmetics. I don't think I show you any Real Technique brushes today, but I use those as well. But this one is from BH Cosmetics, and I use my beauty blender. I'm using a smaller brush to put my highlight on my face, and this is basically the end look. You can still see my bumps right there peeking through, but it's perfectly fine than how it looked before. I'm going to remove my Tropic Touches head wrap. You can order it now. I have them available on the website. And I'm going to run my hands down the hair to get rid of the crunch that the mousse left. Alright. So I went for a side part. I'm just going to give it like a little L shape at the top just because this is a 13x4 wig. I didn't have no space to do no big part. So I did an L part just to make it have the illusion of having a big part, but it didn't have a big part. I'm going in with some more mousse because I was too lazy to turn on my hot comb, but you can most definitely use your hot comb and that will make it even more sleek. But I'm just using some mousse to sculpt this hair down and make it flat.
Know my name, remember me. Untamed off the leash, need your rain. It's been a week, not a one or a need. So to speak, you're such a mystery. I study your book.
And then I'm just combing out the top part of the hair, and I'm gonna add some mousse to that, and that's gonna flatten it down.
Said you saw me in dreams, lullabies when you need. Hope you can find a light in me. Romantic comedies, the part where stars meet, connect our energy. You make me feel good, you build to my balance. Lessen this challenge, love me simply, fit me mentally. Glad I found it, you take me under. Sometimes I wonder, I can make this complicated.
Once I have it as flat to my liking, I'm going to use my Trop It Touches head wrap again. And I'm going to just tie that down and blow it on warm air just so it can dry faster. Then I'm just perfecting my parts. And I did go ahead and use my Ruby Kisses two-sided foundation in the color 12, and I'm going to define that part. If you see my previous video with this wig, you know I plucked it very wild, so it's a little bit bald at the front, but it's still perfectly fine. I'm just perfecting that part. I could have went in with some mascara or some black hair dye and fix it, but I was too lazy, so
this is the end of the video. I hope you liked it, and this is how the foundation looks. You can still see like some of the bumps that I have right here, but I don't even mind it, to be honest, because my whole face had highs. I probably insert a little picture in the video so you guys can see how my face was before. That's why I'm so content with the little bumps that I do have. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful. If it was, don't forget to comment down below and let me know. If you have any tips or pointers for me, comment it down below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you so much, and I will definitely see you in my next one. Bye.
Love at first request, you had me at accept. Gotta come correct if I'm gonna be direct. You bay and not bay at the same time, baby, more or less. I'm speaking from Kevin's heart, I say it with my chest, you something different. I won't say I'm in love with you, it's a similar feeling. I'm down to make this shit a thing if you're ready and willing. Let's skip the chillin', let's get married, have gender revealings. I'm talking loads of children, you feel it?
Can we skip to the part where we're in